Tucker Carlson came to Canada yesterday where he repeatedly told his audience that their fellow Canadians hate them and want to unalive them, all while making gross anti-LGBTQ jokes, spreading a conspiracy that has inspired mass violence, and generally being a hateful little weirdo. In other words, it went exactly as you'd expect. This truly cursed event took place in Alberta, Canada, where Tucker shared a stage with Alberta Premier Danielle Smith, which isn't a huge surprise when you consider, she follows an anti-LGBTQ hate account. He was speaking before a half-empty stadium, which grifters called packed. Remind you of anything? Where Tucker repeatedly said unhinged shit. Take a listen.
Shut up, racist. No, not going to. Not racist. I'm not going to shut up. Messages, you are bad. I watched when Montreal was cleansed of its Anglo legacy. You should internalize the message of that, which is they hate me. They hate me to the point they're willing to kill me, which they are.
Tucker also suggested that Canadians and their values are being replaced by immigrants.
If they're taking away your voting power by changing the population of your country, which they are doing, and no one wants to talk about that.
That's the replacement conspiracy that has led to acts of mass violence. Tucker also engaged in an unending stream of homophobic and transphobic jokes, like when he made this joke about Trudeau.
I know that in Canada it's official policy that coming out of the closet is good. Unless you're the Prime Minister.
What's funny about that, Tucker? Please explain. Be specific. He also implied people will take your kids away from you if you don't let them get bottom surgery.
Oh, you're going to take my kids away because I don't want to castrate them.
Even though kids can't get bottom surgery in Canada. This whole thing has left me wondering, is this what Canada is? Is this what we're cool with? According to the Alberta Premier, who didn't stick up for her LGBTQ or immigrant constituents, I guess it is. And according to the leader of the Conservatives, who has been pandering to the same anti-LGBTQ hate. But in a city of almost 1 million people, this little gremlin couldn't even fill a stadium. So I don't think these guys are the majority, even though it might feel like it sometimes as they attack our LGBTQ friends, our immigrant neighbors, and no one says anything about it. So maybe it's time to remind politicians pandering to this hateful minority who they're actually supposed to be serving. And time to remind that minority that Tucker doesn't respect you. He's laughing at you because he's getting paid while you lap up his lies. What do you think of all this?